Hello, my name is Ann from USA. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Leomar Oliveira.
Leomaro Oliveira.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, nice. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Anna.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you. Yes. Why are you learning English, Leonard or Leomar?
Oh, I don't remember exactly what I studied last week. I don't know, but we talk about food. We talk about travel. I don't know exactly. I remember that
Okay.
travel, food. Okay.
Travel food in a lesson?
Yeah, yeah.
In a lesson. Okay, it probably was, let me see, maybe basic English. And the next one might be trips too. Let's see.
Yeah.
Um, okay.
Okay.
Let's see. General English. Not that one. Mm, okay. This one. We'll talk about your home. Okay. Is
Yeah.
this okay?
Okay. Okay. To me, it's
Okay.
okay.
Awesome. Okay. Let's see what this is about. Your home. And this one, the objective is you will use the comparative adjectives to talk with me about living in an apartment and living in a house. Okay. Lemar, can
Okay.
you read vocabulary?
Are you showing? I don't see.
You don't see it?
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't see. Let me let me try. Yeah,
You see it
I don't.
now?
No, no. To me, it's a new panel, a new way. I don't know
Okay.
exactly. Cambly has updated this week.
The screen. Okay. If you see three little dots, you see three little dots at the top of your screen.
I didn't see. I don't see.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen with you then.
Okay.
All right. Let's go here. I want to share my screen if I can. Okay.
I can see.
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
No, I don't
No,
see.
you don't see?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't see.
I'm not sure why that's happening. So I will ask you some questions then.
Yeah,
Can you
we
tell me?
can talk about home.
Okay. So can you tell me about your whether you like an apartment or do you like living in a house?
I live in a house. I like my house very much, but tonight, here in Brazil, it's tonight. Tonight, I'm not on my home. Oh, in my home. Okay,
In my home, yes.
my home. I'm from the a small town, my state, and I'm the capital, and
You
in
kept
yeah, capital, in the home of my mother's now, my mother's home.
yes. Okay. Okay,
Oh,
that's awesome. So does she live far away from you or are you all living close to each other? Is it a short distance or long distance?
My mother to me
Yes,
is far, super
it's
far.
far. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Hours away?
Um, it's far 8 hours by car.
Oh, 8 hours? That's a long
Eight
time.
hours. It's
Wow.
very far to me. Very far.
That
It's
is
in
far.
the capital. Where are
Yes.
you from, please?
I'm from Florida, Florida,
Ah, you
USA.
are US. Okay, okay.
Yes. Maybe some other places, but I don't know yet. I have to do some more research. I actually am doing more research, but yes, Florida. Right now, I know from Florida.
Florida is very beautiful.
It is. It's really sunny, lots of activities to do, but there are so many activities in many states.
Yeah.
What I really liked about Florida is I used to um, do a lot of the festivals, so they would introduce lots of things from other cultures at the festivals, and it was some great shopping. Like,
Mhm. I didn't
really
go to
authentic.
Florida. I didn't go to other countries. I just live in Brazil and didn't go to other country.
Me either.
But I
Uh,
know from YouTube, from movies, from magazines.
yes, you may hear about Miami, Florida, mostly. Have you heard of Miami?
Yeah, yeah, I've heard it very much. Miami is a city that Brazilian like me know. I am not super rich. That super rich from Brazil chose for live. Miami maybe is not the principal, the main city, but Florida is the main state where Brazilian choose to live, to travel, to pass their vacations.
Mm, okay. Why do you think that is the case? Why do you think Brazilians like Florida?
Brazil don't like to study English, to learn English. So in Florida, there are many Brazilians that don't speak don't speak English. So they meeting and live around next to one. I don't know the word exactly. Uh,
Next to each
like
other?
yes, yes, yes. Next to each other, and then they they are lazy to learn
Really?
other language, but they like to say, "Oh, I'm living in the United States," but but uh, most of them don't speak English exactly.
That's interesting. I had a friend. She said I think she was Brazilian or Cuban, but she would just say a few words. It would be, we smile and let's go here, let's go there, and then it would hardly be anything else except for
The other motive is there that word motive reason.
yes.
The other reason is because Florida is very hot, very warm. Okay, and Brazil, the most part of Brazil is very warm, very hot. In my state, for example, is like Florida is like your state. Other city in the United States I remember is Newark. I
New
think
York?
it's Newark. Next to New York is New Jersey.
Yes.
Newark, no
New
something
York?
like
Newark,
yeah,
New Jersey.
yeah, yeah.
Newark, New Jersey. Okay.
Is full is some regions is full of Brazilian that don't speak English very well, but
Oh.
they live next to each other. Is it correct? Next each other.
Yes. Yes, next to each other.
I know that because I watch some YouTube videos from a Brazilian that speak about about very crazy.
Oh, so that's where they are in Newark. I
Newark.
know
Okay.
there are lots of Italians, I believe, in New York, and that's like right next door to New Jersey. So I thought you were saying New York at first because there are
YouTube
a lot
children
of different people.
speak about there are
New York,
some Italians, Irish people in Newark.
Yiddish in New York.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, maybe lots of what
yeah,
do you
yeah.
call it? I forget what do you
Mhm.
call them, but I know what you're talking about.
Italian, Brazilian, Portuguese people. I think.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Um, there are just a few that I've seen in Georgia, but many in Florida.
Yeah.
And they celebrate some of the holidays because of that. You know, it's so many, so they have different holidays they celebrate for various cultures, and it's always easy to find the cuisine from different cultures. So that's what I like.
Okay.
Yes,
And how about the home? We
my
were talking about home.
yes. Well, Florida was my home for a long time. I did um, go back there and live as an adult for about 10 years. And I just had fun the whole time. Well, yeah, I did. Considering just the basic things, challenges in life and with children and family. But besides that, it was just a lot of
You live in
activities.
apartment. You live in
Oh, no,
apartment.
I lived in the house there. I lived,
House house
yes,
there.
yeah, yes. In
What's
Florida,
there?
I was buying a house in Florida.
What's there?
There is
There.
in Florida.
Oh,
Over there. Yes.
okay.
So
I thought it was a typical home there.
no,
Therefore, okay.
no,
I get.
no, I didn't live in
Imagine.
Ohio. Yes. No, it's actually over there, not
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Maybe it is something out there called that there. But no, I was buying a home and it was kind of easy to buy, especially if you're buying with someone then. So I didn't live in an apartment there. I didn't live in an apartment. I haven't lived in an apartment since I was in my 20s after that because I wanted to have some space for the children to run around. But they had space in my apartment, so I know.
How is the food in Florida? I don't know about food. They are. Is it like we see in movies? American eat food, fast food. Oh no, American eat some well health food. Oh, some different food. For example, food from Asia. Is there food from Asia easy to see, easy to go? And Florida, I think
Yes.
so. I think yeah.
Yes, it is. There's a lot of junk food there, but each person chooses. Not all people. I didn't know many people who just ate junk food because I would always go to the market and buy fresh food, healthy food, and but it's easy to get junk food. There are many Asian restaurants. There are many, maybe some Cuban restaurants and Hispanic restaurants that I saw a lot of, but
But is
that's
it
most.
true? Is it true that American, most American? eat fast food, or it's very very bad, or no, they they eat have food most of time, or junk food. You said junk food,
Yes, junk
okay?
food. Yes, it's fast food, junk food. But according to the statistics, I believe so. But for each person individually, most people I know, they try to eat healthy most of the time. They might have some junk food sometimes, but not so much, not too much. But yes, it's a lot of junk food in America, a lot of fast food restaurants, and the foods are not, completely natural. They're mixed with something else and processed. So
Oh
not
my,
the healthiest. Yeah,
oh my.
not healthy.
I think
Yeah,
American is the people that come from many much sugar in percentage. I think sugar is not so good to wealth health.
not good for your health. Yes,
Yeah.
this is true. Yes, sugar has a lot of adverse effects, but we don't really talk about it much. And it's in more than just sweet products. It's in breads and pastas, and it's a little bit of sugar in almost everything that we eat, we consume. So, myself, I was thinking, as a single person, I'm going to get some food that says it's healthy, but I'm starting to be more conscious about my diet too, because I would get like the chicken that's processed, the um, beef that's processed. I've been buying that for probably uh, 7, 8 months now, and I usually haven't bought that for my life, entire life. But one thing was just a lot of food handling with the fresh meats and stuff like that. You have to be very careful with that. So I know I don't consume enough food to get large masses of raw foods and contain it and keep it safely for a long period of time. So I was thinking, I'll get something that says natural chicken breast is made of chicken breast. Okay, good. But no, processed food is bad. It's really bad because it's not it doesn't digest with the natural digestive system properly. So I'm stopping like since last week. No more processed foods, no more processed nuggets, no more processed meatballs. No more, no more.
Answer me some question about racial contrast, racial. Uh, I don't know the name is actually strangle, something like this. Here in Brazil, we accept one other each other more respectfully. Maybe in the south of Brazil, there are many white people. They they had some situation and some bad situations. Uh, I don't know the word. It's a crime, but I don't know. It,
Discrimination,
it's discrimination, some bad situations. But here, where I live, I see, and I am marvelous about this. I am very happy about this. Uh, we accept the order many time, most of time, very well, very well. My state is called Maranhão, and the north of
Mara.
Brazil, and my people, my state, and there are a history um, made by Negroes, the black people, and Portuguese, mm, uh, Indians too. So I think this contribute. to the miscegenation. Is there the that word miscegenation? The mix
Miscegenation? Mis-
miscegenation in English?
I'm not sure. Could you type it? Let me see. Let me s
I type in Portuguese. Miscigenação.
okay, misogynistic, maybe. Let's see.
Do you see?
Not yet.
Uh,
Just one
mi-
moment.
mi-
Let me find it.
Miscigenai- Miscigenação.
Okay, it might be misogynistic.
It's a
Misog
mixture.
misog miscegenation.
Yeah, it's a mixture that of people. How to
Mm.
say the mixture of people, the mix of
Well,
people.
you mean, um, like have 2 ethnic groups? They don't call they call it for short here. They may call biracial or mixed here in the United States.
How to say? Pardon?
Mixed or biracial.
Oh,
Outright.
mix. Okay, okay,
Mhm.
okay. How about how is the the problems that you have in the United States? Do you have
Yes, yes, um, yes, and there have been some extreme situations where, people have been exposed to. It stems from working to pricing to, opportunities and resources, all of that. Yes. And sometimes it's very subtle, so you pay no attention to it. And some people have to make an outcry because it's hard to cope with it, learn how to work with it, and seeing so much imbalance in all things every day. Some people just, they say something about it, but it's a little more subtle. There are some issues that are starting to be more pronounced than they used to, like for certain time frames for people to uh, be outdoors, and certain pricing of resources as housing and funds for businesses and things like that. But some people experience it and some don't. But it exists. It exists.
is it changing for some way changing to better? Oh no, is changing to bad.
I will say, according to what we believe we know about the history, it has changed for the better in many ways, but there's still some, how can I say, underpining or some transformational changes in the background that are not so, they're not announced, they're not so covert. So they have, how can I say, transform the tools they used to keep the resources away so they don't look so obvious like they used to, but they still have the same impact to some degree.
Do you see some separation from white people to Negro people? For example, neighborhood is just from of is just filled of white people or is mixed.
It's mixed. I think it's mixed. In the neighborhoods I've lived in, it's been pretty much mixed.
Very,
Um,
very good.
yes, but there are some places where it's extremely imbalanced. So it's
What
still some
what
work.
what state, for example, is there is more? that situation, bad situation.
According to what I recently heard, some of these states that are so-called, um, what can I say? They are
It's
southern
so
maybe cities like Mississippi, Alabama, those. Some other places too. Uh, I forget what is other place. I think it's Massachusetts,
oh
but
must
it's one of those states that are really cold states that stays cold all of the time. But yeah, there are some places where this is occurring. But I think um, if people can make time to grasp the situation and figure out how to um, change the trajectory of things, it could work differently. But yeah, it's happening. For it happens.
so about homes.
Mhm.
Is it true that every home or the most of home is the front of home, there is a garden. Is it green? Every home is green. It's so beautiful. Uh, like a movie, for example. I see very much movie.
No, no,
It's
I
so
will say this. In every state you go to, there's a good side of the city and a bad, horrible side of the city. Bad and horrible, good and awesome. Every state you go to. But if you find some really beautiful places, sometimes there can be some places that look really scary right around the corner.
thing. So
But yes, but not there are some really beautiful places in residential areas, but there's still some bad areas too, very bad. Like I've seen some in Pennsylvania. Um, they have spaces of vacant land, but the land is unkept. So when people put structures on the land, it's not built to look cosmetically correct. It's just like there. So I don't know, you know, most of the time it's somebody that's just trying to use their resources, but maybe there could be some more assistance given to someone that's making an effort to use their property within a residential area. So I think that's the only place that really seen some places like that in that condition, but in a terrible condition. But yes, it's good and bad everywhere you go. Just stay
I
on
ask,
the good sides because you don't want to find out. So no,
I
yeah,
ask him, I ask it because in my city, in my state, my country is so horrible. Is it correct?
yeah, it's horrible.
So terrible is similar to horrible.
You can use
Horrible.
terrible or horrible. They're almost the same. I usually say horrible. I would say horrible, but yeah.
The homes,
If it's just bad, like it's livable. But if it's
oh,
horrible, it's maybe trash on the streets and no construct, something like that.
okay. In my home, my city, the homes, the most of homes is how to say is on the street is so close to the street that we say is on the street.
On the street. Oh,
Terrible. We don't have yard in front of the homes. We have yard behind the homes only. I think it's very ugly to this city. But on the movies, I like so much. But it is it the fantasies most of time.
wow. Okay. Yeah, because I wouldn't have thought that. I wouldn't have thought that. But it's good to have any yard at all because there's some places here, they aren't really close to the street, but they have like just maybe a sidewalk big enough for people to pass on, but it's not actually a yard that, can come out and function in. Wow. Very interesting topic, and our time is running. So it's been great to meet you, Leonard, and
That's it.
thank you for selecting my class. I'm going to send you a link after class so you can continue to follow if you would like. You did a great job today. I'll
Okay.
send you
Thank
some
you.
feedback. See you next time. Bye.
Nice to meet.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet.